Welcome to the PlayAbly podcast. This episode is brought to you by PlayAbly Ads, where we turn your marketing into an interactive, game-based experience that engages customers and boosts conversions. And here's something special. Mention this podcast when you book a free demo on our website, and you'll get your first month free. Visit playably.ai to learn more and schedule your demo. We have Gabi joining us today. Gabi, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hi, thank you for having me today. I am the main point of contact for our major accounts. Most have been with us for over 6 months, and I enjoy being part of the strategy, not only the SEO strategy, overall marketing strategy with a goal of growing the brand digitally.
And we know how important SEO is. Today, we're talking about using blog posts to boost your paid media keyword strategy. Why is it important to align your blog content with paid media strategies?
The reason why supporting paid media efforts is important with SEO is that the number one goal for most brands is to increase conversions while either decreasing cost of acquisition or keeping that cost at a healthy number. When you rely solely on paid media, we've seen with a lot of brands that their main strategy is to increase paid media ad spend. And what they're not doing is improving their SEO strategy across their website. They become a prisoner of a paid media. So it gets to a point where they can no longer bring new customers or increase their ROAS if they're not spending more and more. When you optimize not just user experience, but the content on your website with SEO efforts, the long-term effect is that you'll have a more flexible marketing budget between channels. Not only will you avoid being a prisoner of paid media, but you'll also increase conversions by improving relevance and user experience.
Can you give an example from brands you've worked with where you've seen this work really well?
Sure. We work with a sustainable household brand. When we first started working with them, they did minor SEO tactics, like they ran everything in-house. They were writing blog content maybe once every month, once every 2 months. They weren't very strategic about the keywords they were using for these blogs. They were just writing whatever came to mind. They found themselves in that situation where they couldn't bring new customers if they were not spending more on paid media. They were relying heavily on returning customers from their email platform or people that already knew the brand, but it was costing them a lot of money to bring in new customers. So when we started working with them, it took us 3 months to set the actual base for SEO. We had all the technical pieces in place and a really strong keyword list from their paid media efforts. We extracted keywords they were paying for on Google Ads and implemented those on weekly blogs. We optimized not only the blog page, but also the product and collections pages. Over 6 months, we saw an increase in conversion rates across the website of 11%. The new user versus returning user rate also increased by 25% by implementing those organic SEO tactics.
Did you use all of the keywords they were paying for in their paid media, or is it certain keywords? How do you know what to focus on?
We did not use all of the keywords. We started with keywords that have the highest traffic, but the lowest conversion. These were very competitive keywords that cost a lot per click, but weren't converting well. We began with these keywords, including those used by their biggest competitors. We created blog posts using not just the keyword itself, but the actual query associated with that keyword. For example, with the keyword paper towel, we included queries like how to use a paper towel. And what is the difference between a certain paper towel and a regular paper towel? We started with that. and then optimize the keyword list every 3 months based on the paid media results.
I know that SEO can take a while to get a hold of and start ranking for certain key terms, and some people get frustrated and abandon it. What are other big mistakes that you've seen clients make when it comes to SEO?
People don't have the patience to wait to see the results of SEO. It takes a while, but once you start seeing it, it's a long-term effect. The blog post you write today might bring you traffic 5 years from now, just by having that on your website. A common mistake is having a website migration without thinking about the SEO technical pieces that need to be in place. Most brands are just thinking about how good is my new website going to look. They aren't really considering how it will affect conversions or site performance once I have images, videos, and assets that are weighing my site down. What usually happens is we see the site performance crash right after a migration or an update. Even when you update the Shopify theme, for example, we see that happen too.
Got it. What are the best practices for a site migration to Shopify? What should somebody do?
I would say make sure you have an SEO module included in that site migration. Have an SEO specialist sit with you and go through a checklist of things that need to be in place. Make new images or assets are not going to slow down the speed of the website. Ensure you're carrying over pages that have content bringing traffic to your website, even if it's not product pages or high converting pages. Make sure all of the new URLs work and you're not getting a bunch of 404 errors. Testing offline with an SEO specialist before going live is crucial. Ensure all internal links on the new website are working. For example, if a blog post with 1,000 daily visitors links to a bestseller product page, a broken link could mean losing those visitors.
And going back to blogs and writing them with the keywords in mind, does it matter? Like, what are the best types of formats? What performs best, have you seen?
What performs best as far as blog posts go?
What kind of blog posts should we be writing? Does it matter? Are lists better, or is it answering questions better? What type of content should we be putting out?
That's going to depend on the goal you have in mind. So let's say that your goal is introducing a new product. If you're introducing a new product, then you want to make sure you write a blog post with the specific keywords we just discussed, with frequently asked questions, reviews from real customers. Whatever social proof you can add within that blog post is definitely going to help SEO, but it's going to depend on the goal of the brand. So if it's a launch, use a blog post with product features, how other people are using it, and use as many videos and images to help people understand how that product functions and how you're going to help them in life to the website. So top of the funnel traffic, a blog post about something, but that it relates to your brand. So in the case of the Sustainable Households brand, let's say it's April, it's Earth Month. We want to bring as many people to the website as possible. We can write a blog post about Earth Month and the things that you can do to help increase awareness during Earth Month.
How do you know that a blog post is working? What metrics should you be looking at to see if it's successful?
A variety of metrics. Number one, how much traffic is that blog post bringing? Or people actually landing on that blog post? Is that the first page they land on when they come to your site? Monitoring the keywords you used or the queries within that blog post on a platform such as Google Search Console, and understanding how many new visitors you brought this month with specific keywords in the last blog post. Then you can optimize based on the results. If the results are not as expected, you can optimize and replace the keywords to see if it changes, or optimize the content and continue to monitor.
How often should I be posting? Should I be posting every day?
You should be posting as often as, I would say, if you have the bandwidth to post every week, the more content you have, the better organic traffic you're going to attract to your website. So if you have somebody, it's not just blog posts that you should be posting, you should also be looking at optimizing your collections pages, for example, and optimizing the description of these collections pages, product pages. So the content strategy should include other pages other than blogs. It shouldn't just be blog posts. Ideally, once a week. If you can't manage that, once a month would be helpful.
Any other tips or tricks that you have?
A good way of boosting or improving your paid media efforts with SEO would be writing blogs with specific keywords and queries. This supports the paid media efforts, helps decrease how much you're paying per click, and helps you be in the first page for both organic and paid media results.
Definitely appreciate it, and we look forward to having you back next time.
Thank you for having me. Can't wait to be back here.
Thanks for tuning in to the PlayAbly podcast. Ready to engage your customers like never before? PlayAbly turns your website into an interactive experience that drives results. Don't forget, mention the podcast during your free demo and get your first month free. Book now at playably.ai.